What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NFL video with your boy. In today's video, we are going to break down the little core and how I like to play this little Monday night showdown between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. I don't know what y'all's opinion is on it, but I loved last Monday watching the Peyton Manning brothers. The Manning brothers, kind of talk football and talk about play calling and stuff like that while the game was going on. Some people I know were like, I'd rather just watch the game, and some people I know loved it. I personally loved it. I like soaking in that knowledge from guys like that, like hearing guys like Peyton and Eli talk to each other about play calling and strategy and the way they like attacking certain defenses and stuff like that was really cool to listen to. So if you didn't check that out, make sure you check that out tonight. I believe it's ESPN2 that they do that on. So that'll be cool. It'll be another extra fun thing to do. To another fun part of Monday nights this year. So I'm excited for that. But I'm also excited to get this takedown on this slate. This slate is looking beautiful. We've got some really solid value that I feel good about on this slate, as well as some studs that you're gonna want to have. Luckily, you're able to get these studs with the price of some of these guys. So I'm not going to take too much of your time. Look, it's one game. I'm not going to get too crazy into it, but I'm going to talk about all the guys in my player pool, and I'm also going to plug in like 3 core plays for you guys over here. So, first and foremost, I know it's going to be crazy, but I'm not putting Aaron Rodgers or Devontae Adams in the captain spot, mainly because, yes, both of these guys could go crazy. I'm more interested in a Detroit receiver or offensive player on the Detroit side that's just soaking a lot of garbage time, just throwing action, with them being far behind in this game. I expect a major blowout. Now, we're going to kind of get an idea here whether Green Bay is absolutely just horrible, you know what I mean, to where Detroit can keep it competitive, or the Saints defense was just legit. They struggled this weekend, but we'll see what happens. I expect an angry Aaron Rodgers to come in and pretty much dominate this game, and Detroit be behind and have to throw a ton to keep up. So, in the captain spot, I'm wanting to take one of these cheaper Detroit players, and we'll talk about that in a second. But you have to. Anytime the Packers are playing, you have to go Aaron Rodgers. You got to pair it with Devontae Adams. Plain and simple, because the usage is just crazy between these two. Rodgers throws the ball to Devontae Adams damn near every single play. There is no cornerback on this Detroit squad that can possibly contain them. I really, 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 really love these two together tonight, and I think everybody will. I don't think you're getting any different having these two guys. We'll talk about where the options are to be able to get different, but Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, you should not be trying to get different off of either one of them, okay? Now, you could play the route of, like I said, Green Bay just sucks. Their offensive line is so bad that Detroit's even going to put pressure on them and make it a struggle. You could go that route if you want to, but that's super GPP, and I would only recommend that for people playing 150 lineups, and yeah, you're going to have a couple where it's playing that scenario. But outside of that, I wouldn't get too involved with that. So, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams in my core in the flex. Let's take a look at the issue with Devontae Swift here. Swift is listed as questionable for Monday's game against the Packers, but reports the running back is expected to be available for the primetime matchup. I have expected him to be available as well. I don't expect any limitations for DeAndre Swift. Swift got 11 targets in the pass game last week. I believe every single one was complete as well. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe he completed. He caught every pass to him. But yeah, he got 11 targets in the pass game last week. 2 of them were in the red zone. This dude was getting a good, solid chunk of usage here for Detroit, and he fits on the spectrum of regardless how this game ends up playing out. And he's too cheap, honestly, for a guy who got 11 targets in the pass game. So what that tells me is when Detroit's down bad, they're going to be throwing a lot to Swift. Swift's going to be able to do damage in the pass game, and that Green Bay defense is just horrible, as you saw against the Saints, where Jameis Winston carved them the hell up. Okay? So yeah, at my captain spot, I'm leaning DeAndre Swift because no matter how this game plays out, Swift should have high usage in this game regardless, whether he's getting involved heavily in the pass game, whether he's doing it between the tackles. Either way, Swift should have a good bit of usage here in this game. Now, I know this might sound surprising, but in my build so far today, I haven't had a ton of Jared Goff. Mainly being because it's Draftkings scoring, and I kind of prefer getting more of the receivers because the receiving core of this Detroit squad is cheap as hell. And you're able to get some good cheap guys outside of Hawkinson, who was a big target of his last week. you're able to get some really good value receivers instead of paying that Goff price because obviously I want the Rodgers and Adams at home. Okay, so they're locked for me. I love Swift on the other side. He's the best player on this Detroit Lions team in general, and he's going to have high usage. And in a catch-up game, garbage time, expect Swift to get a ton of action. Now, keep an eye on that. Keep, paying attention to this. Make sure that they don't come out and say something like it's going to be more of a split and Williams is going to get more involved. And I like Williams as well. I think he could also benefit from the garbage time situation as well. But yeah, I prefer the pass catchers for Jared Goff than actually playing Jared Goff because playing Jared Goff would kind of force me to lose Rodgers or Adams, and I'm not willing to do so. All right, and with Swift's price at captain at only 12.6, okay, let's compare. Swift's price at captain is 12.6 compared to Aaron Jones at 15.6, Jared Goff at 15, Hawkinson at 14.4. It's just too cheap, dude. All right, plain and simple. So that is my core. Let's talk about the other people that I'm interested in. In GPP, I can understand Hawkinson because, like I said, the most likely outcome here is Detroit is behind and throwing a ton, and that is going to be good for TJ Hawkinson, who was a big weapon of Goff's in the past game. All right, in the week 1 matchup. Okay, now let's talk about the other guys. So we've got Khalif Raymond, who is questionable. Williams is out, will miss this game. That is a bump to other guys, and I'll talk about that. Khalif Raymond is questionable. Let's check and get an update on him. He's listed questionable for the game against the Packers. We don't know 100%, but he is banged up. Terrell Williams has been ruled out already. Armand St. Brown, Quintus Cephas, and Trinity Benson could be the team's top 3 pass catchers. And that is another thing where I want to talk about that. So even if Khalif Raymond plays, let's talk about the guys that I really, really love here. Amon St. Brown, Amon Ra, and Benson. Trinity Benson and Amon St. Brown are 2 guys I really love on the Detroit pass catching side because they're super cheap. They're getting injury bumps. Benson and Amon St. Brown played the most snaps of any Detroit receiver outside of Khalif Raymond. So if Khalif Raymond misses, that's even more snap count. And with Williams out, that's even more there too. So plain and simple, the value on the Detroit side is where you want to go. You want to get the value Detroit receivers for crunch time catch-up game. You want to get Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, there's somebody coming in my door at the same time. Shut up, Bella. Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers are the guys you want to go, and then the cheap Detroit side is the way that you want to go on that route. All right, so that's about it. We've covered pretty much everything. It's a pretty self-explanatory way to go. My girl is struggling to get in the house with our code. I don't understand how. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me as always. And I'm out. Good luck tonight. And like I said, look, the key to the game is Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams. Get some cheap Detroit run back. If you want to go Jared Goff, that's cool. But you're probably going to have to lose Aaron Rodgers or Davante Adams to do so. And he's just not high on my priority list, especially with the scoring on DK. So, yeah, that's about it. I do love Aaron Jones. It just depends on how much money you're able to make work. All right, so that's about it. Thank you guys for joining me as always. In tomorrow's first look lineup video, I'll announce the $50 winner for the comment from last week's videos. You can also enter another time in this video. I will count this video. I'll look at this one as well. So comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into that $50 giveaway. And drop a like down below, and let's get it. Peace.